Hey everybody, it is June 25th on Friday, or Friday. It is after 12. I've been having a hard time. I've been having technical difficulties today, and yesterday. Um, I think I'm missing a video, but I'm not sure because I thought I put a video for Thursday, but I just looked at everything because my phone cut out on me. I think somebody tried to call or text me, and my phone, when that happens, stops recording, and I didn't even notice when. So I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna have to redo that whole video, um, which kind of frustrates me because then I'm like, great, what was I talking about? What do I need to go over again? Um, so I think I'm missing a video from Thursday that I was talking about in the Hagee book, in the American Cozy, I should say. I was talking about attic space. So if you guys do not see a video in the next day or so about attic and basement spaces from the American Cozy, let me know. I will go over that again because I don't want you guys to miss out. Today's video is just going to be like a quick one subject, one real quick type video. Maybe even quicker than I thought because of the way I'm feeling. Sorry folks, I'm brain fried. Yes, I was talking about, I had a viewer ask about renting RVs because we're interested in RVs. Well, I'll be honest with you, renting an RV in my area is very difficult because either A, you're renting from a private owner who owns that particular RV and you have to try to do your best to take care of and maintain the RV. Renting from an actual professional person or group or whatnot, like you see the RVs that say rent me. Well, I looked up their website and there is no place in my area unless I want to drive to Effingham, Illinois, or Tulsa, Oklahoma to rent an RV. There's not one in St. Louis, there's not one in Springfield, there's not one in Kansas City, there's not one within I think I put minimum 20 miles, maximum 50 miles. There's no rent me location within that circle. So I just said anywhere, and they were like, the closest ones are Effingham or Tulsa. And I went, no, I'm not driving half a day to go rent an RV. So renting an RV is not an option right now. I'm still interested in looking at RVs. In fact, we haven't been looking at Class A's, Class B's, or Class C's because they're somewhat out of our price range, and renting one of the, or buying one of those three particular classifications of RVs, not only are they out of our budget range, but they're too big to go through drive-throughs or anything like that. That in fact, you have to drive, or not drive, tow your own personal vehicle behind it so you can park your RV someplace and have a personal vehicle to go sightseeing at the towns or whatnot instead of having to drive your RV everywhere. So the other option that we are looking at right now are trailers, camping trailers. Now, the ones that are the most inexpensive within our price range look very nice, except for the fact that they don't have all the amenities, is what is called a teardrop trailer. The reason for a teardrop trailer is because, factor one, they're small and easy to tow behind. According to the information I read in the video I saw, the teardrop that I was looking at was being towed by like a sedan. Basically anything that has a towing capacity of 1,500 pounds or 1,000 pounds for the smallest, lightest one is can be towed by any vehicle. The one that I actually was looking at that was not a teardrop, it was one step above a teardrop, had most, if not all, the amenities, and could be towed by like a Nissan Rogue or anything with a 2,000 to 3,000 pound towing capacity. So I was like, ooh, the minivan, if we had a professional put a towing hitch on the minivan, we can tow it in our minivan. We can store all the extras or whatnot that won't fit in the actual trailer in the back end of the minivan, because we won't be using it for people. We'll be using it for ourselves. We can go to wherever we're going to set up our campsite, detach the trailer from the minivan, and use the minivan to go visit sites or people or whatever. So, and that factor, the trailers that I've been looking at with Jerry Ann cost, the lowest one I saw was $4,500 for a teardrop. The highest one I saw with the amenities that I could probably tow with my minivan was like between $6,000 and $10,000. Now, a couple of the smaller trailers that I was looking at that was around $6,000 to $8,000. The only amenity it does not have is an actual bathroom. Actually, the one that I was looking at the other day has what they call a wet bath. Now, I watched all the different videos on pros and cons of having a wet bath. The pros are it's one room with the shower head. The toilet paper has a little thing that closes over the toilet paper so it doesn't get wet. It has a small cabinet that's basically waterproof. The drain is in the floor. The downside is they're kind of small. Jerry Ann probably would not be able to use the wet bath aspect, and she might not even be able to use the toilet aspect because of size. But otherwise, it has all that. Now, the teardrops, the smaller ones, the cheaper ones that I started looking at first, do not have bathrooms. Their bathroom, if they do have a toilet, is a porta potty cassette type system that hides in a cabinet, and then your shower is basically on the outside of the trailer. Some of them don't even have showers because they only have X amount of water capacity, so you're basically limited to your water usage unless your campground has a hookup for power and water. Some places have a hookup for power, water, and sewage. But because the dry weight capacity of the trailer is less than 3,000 pounds, I think full weight capacity, basically the weight of the small water tank plus the trailer itself, is like 2,800 pounds. And I think that is under the towing capacity of my minivan. I think my minivan has 28 to 3,000 pound weight capacity, towing capacity. So a teardrop trailer would be within our weight limitation. But like I said, the downside of a teardrop, most teardrop trailers is, one, they don't have a bathroom. Two, the kitchen is on the outside of the trailer, because the only thing on the inside of the trailer is like a queen size bed, some cabinets, and maybe a TV. Some of them have air conditioning, some of them do not. Some of them have extra amenities that are on the outside of the trailer, like your storage box. The kitchen is on the outside, and I'll explain that. And the kitchen for a teardrop, two different teardrops I looked at. One of them, the kitchen is in the back end. Basically what it is the back end that forms the curvature pops up, and inside there it has a little tray that pulls out with your stove and your sink. And then it has like storage compartments for cutlery, silverware, plateware, spices, anything that you basically would use for cooking. And also, some of them, the one that I really liked that I looked at had the cassette toilet. It had two drawers on the outside that rolled out. One drawer that you rolled out was your prep cook area and sink. The other one you pulled out was a prep area or countertop with drawers for your cutlery and your plates and whatnot. And then it had on the drawer what they called a mini fridge. Basically, it was designed to store your cold beverages, your meats, whatever you're going to try to keep cold for your trip. I don't know if it had a freezer part or not. But the fun thing about it is when the drawer was closed in, the bench that was inside that you could sit on, the cushion comes up and there's a little pop-up like door that allows you access into the refrigerator, so you can get a cold beverage or whatnot while you're inside the teardrop or inside of the trailer. And usually that particular trailer had like a little bench for sitting, but then it had a queen size bed and some storage cabinets inside as well. So we've been looking at trailers because, one, we can tow it with our minivan, and two, they're not as expensive as any other RV, which would be great for going on adventures to Texas to visit family, or national parks, or even if I thought me and Jerry could handle the trip to Washington State, because I got family up there. Washington State has a Nordic or Viking style village. It has multiple Renaissance parks or places. We wanted to go up to Minnesota, I think it was. I want to go up to Minnesota because, in fact, I heard about, there's like shops and places up there that have Viking type clothing and decor and stuff, and I just kind of went, hey, yes please. And then I want to go to Arizona because I've got family in the Phoenix Prescott Valley area that my wife has never met. That, in fact, I found out via a friend or two that Flagstaff, Arizona has a meat hall. I want to go there. So yeah, I have reasons to go to certain locations because there's like friends and family, but there's also like locations I want to go to because I heard about different like Nordic Viking type stuff, and I just kind of went, yeah, gotta go there. Destination, please. So yeah, that, in fact, are having like a camping trailer or something of that nature makes it easier, because then I don't have to worry about, oh, where am I going to stay? I don't want to pester my, well, I know my family would be like, yeah, if we got the room, come on down and visit. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have the room, but we'll find a way to accommodate you. Because I don't know what my family in Arizona's living conditions are. So it's like either A, I'm going to need to find a campground or RV park that I can put my trailer, or B, hope I can afford a hotel. That's one of the other conveniences of having an RV or camper trailer, is you don't have to worry about hotels. You only have to worry about the minor fee for staying in an RV park. Unless you've got like equipment or a RV camper type trailer that has boondocking capabilities. For those of you who do not know what boondocking means, basically it's a new term for campers and RVers that if you have solar generator or solar capacity and high water tank capacity or whatnot, you can basically go anywhere off the grid, set up your campsite, and be able to deal with not having to worry about running out of electrical energy or water capacity. The only thing you'll have to worry about is how full is your gray or black tank getting before you have to find a dump site. Some boondockers, from what I've heard, basically when they go boondocking, They try to limit their water usage and whatnot, so they don't have to worry about emptying out their gray and black tanks. Or if you're boondocking with a RV trailer, what some people do is, and I've heard about this and kind of went, I don't know if I'd want to do that because of critter attraction. Some people just go out in the woods with a roll of paper towel and a shovel, dig themselves a small hole, do their business, and cover it up. And I kind of went, I could do that. I wouldn't have a problem with doing that because the only thing I'd have a problem with is squatting. And a lot of people have these porta potties that are basically just a toilet seat that a bag hangs underneath. And I kind of went, remove the bag, dig a hole, do my business, cover up my business, and take my equipment back to my campsite. But that's just me because I'm willing to go that far. I'm willing to rough it that far. Of course, the movement and craze of RVing and whatnot has grown tremendously in the last 2 to 5 years that I know about. Of course, with the modern day digital age with Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi boosters and hotspots and that kind of stuff, and the fact that companies like T-Mobile and Verizon have really good, almost nationwide coverage of Wi-Fi signal and whatnot, mailman. It's easy to be an entrepreneur or not have to be in an office all the time. And darn it, this did not get in, or this came out. That kind of stuff. So it's one of those, like, if you have the financial means and have the equipment and whatnot, you can basically live, depending on your family size or whatnot, live in a Class A, Class B, or Class C nearly all year round, and just, oh, it's starting to get cold, let's go to a warmer spot, or it's too warm, let's go to a cooler spot, and not have to worry about, oh, I have to be back home before Monday morning because I have to go into the office for this, that, or other thing. It's one of the reasons why I'm kind of envious of my brother-in-law, Robert, God rest his soul. He had the skill and capacity to be a freelance web designer, and he could have done it anywhere in the world. If I had that kind of skill or capacity or whatnot, and could do it on a really good laptop or something along that line, or if my computer was mobile enough, I would have earned the money he earned, and I would have had my fancy dancy RV, and could have done it anywhere in the world, and just made sure I had a Wi-Fi signal and said, send, okay, where's my check? But I don't. So I don't go, I just sit there and go, yeah, I wish I could have, but that's just life. I wasn't born in he was born in 81. So by the time he got out of grade school, most places, most schools, most everything had digital equipment in one form or another to learn how to use a computer. Anyhow, that's wishful thinking on my part. But yeah, we're thinking about going, we're thinking about hopefully by this time next year we'll have enough money to either put a large chunk of down payment on a trailer, or would be nice if we can just buy it outright, since most of the trailers that we're looking for are under, looking at, I should say, not looking for, looking at, are under $12,000. Of course, fate can smile upon us and grant us a windfall through the lottery or something like that. But I haven't played in quite some time. But anyhow, there's my little bit about RVing and whatnot. Beans, I've been in here almost 3 hours, trying to get a video of one from another. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off short because I have too much to do and not enough time. Actually, I got plenty of time. I don't know why I said that. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this little video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about it, go ahead and put them in the comment box. If you're new to my channel and have liked some of the vlogs that I put out, go ahead and, if you choose to, hit the subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, a bell will pop up. You click on that bell and YouTube will let you know when I put out my next video. Until next time, you guys have a good day. Bye.